and he's built a career on dunking on college students. But for a bunch of...
Is that true? This dude's by like college students, and that's how he made it to the top?
liberal where the most
You're cutting me off.
Americans
I thought we weren't cutting you.
Damn, press his ass!
Cells. It's not about. No, I'm speaking. No, I'm speaking.
we're
No,
both-
I'm speaking.
we're both
No, I'm speaking. No, I'm
We're both
speaking. No, I'm
functional
speaking.
cells,
No,
okay?
I'm speaking. No, I'm speaking.
Wanna say it one more time?
No, I'm speaking.
She actually
So
does
it's
get
not.
it.
I'm not talking about it.
Okay, well, let's go with the Charlie Kirk one. I feel like that's a good option. You feel me? An hour 32. That's a good amount of time right there. Let's go with this one. 17 million.
I think that.
Yes or no
See?
question?
I think that a person.
Yeah, because I remember this shit. He was pressing the fuck out of
Male
him.
at birth, so people
But I think I
are
moved my camera to the other side last time.
See, your evidence that college is a scam, my friend.
So what do you say in some cases women with IUDs are murderers?
Of course
Oh.
not, they're not murderers. We
So
do
what's
not
the
know.
difference between an IUD killing a conceived zygote
Because-
and like a mother going to Planned Parenthood and killing the fetus in her womb?
That was actually the best point somebody made.
It's not about the cells.
No,
it's not about. No, I'm
I know,
speaking.
we're-
No, I'm speaking. No,
we're
I'm
both
speaking. No,
functional
I'm
cells,
speaking. No,
okay?
I'm speaking. No, I'm speaking.
Wanna say it one more time?
No, I'm speaking.
Hello, everyone.
Bro,
I am
what?
Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point
Chill,
USA,
chill.
and I am surrounded by 20 woke college kids.
So wait, like, how do they get these people? Do they just like put like a survey on their like Instagram or something? It's like, if you're woke, sign up, kind of thing, or like what?
My first prompt is, abortion is murder and should be illegal.
Interesting. Okay, let's see. I'm curious. So wait, okay, wait. Is he defending this take, or is he on the other side of it? Let's watch Brownie House. The game is in what's it called? Over yet, so we can't. So what, Connor? So is this his take? I think he's defending it. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? I thought maybe we just walk up on a single file line, never sprint for the fucking thing.
All right.
Can I?
Wait, there's two chairs. Oh no, there is.
Okay, hello,
Hi,
what's your name?
Juliana.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Can we
you.
get our terms right
she
first?
got.
Yeah.
Okay, abortion is the forcible ending of the viability of a being in utero, otherwise known as a fetus. Do we agree that's what abortion is?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then murder
How would
is
you
the
do
intentional
that?
taking
How-
of life, different than killing or sudden death. So murder would be the intent with intent taking another life. Do we agree with that?
Okay.
Okay, and then we agree that murder in general in society should be illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So yeah, no,
Yeah,
I do
sure.
want to preface that I'm a Catholic.
Okay.
So I think one really important thing that the Bible says is to not judge. And just going back to the topic, I think there's a big difference between, cells in utero than a living, breathing, existing being. And
Mike's tripping me out.
I do
like
believe
a
it's
weird,
murder,
like-
and that's just my personal belief, right?
You can hear like
I don't
background
believe
noise
in
on it.
telling people what to do with their bodies. That's not up to
What
me,
the-
and it's not up
Okay,
to
wait.
us.
The students can raise their flags when they would like a different speaker. They're kicking her ass out. Translucent tailcoat. The fuck? It's hella toxic? This is crazy.
As well as Christians
But-
to judge.
Should we prevent murder in society?
For sure, yeah.
Then
I
it should
mean,
be illegal.
but I think that it's really different, right? Because, these people aren't.
Oh.
Sorry. nice to meet you.
Damn. Who- Yo, she gave that look. She was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
What's your
Damn.
name?
Naima.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, can I just ask, at how many weeks do you think that a fetus is viable?
Well, viability and moral worth are two different things.
No, but I'm asking you, at how
I've
many
never
weeks
seen
do
Well,
this
you
at
think a
person.
about
fetus is
20
viable?
weeks, a baby can
I'm guessing
survive
clips are
outside
from
the
this,
uterus.
though.
So it's
So-
actually 24 to 26
Well, it's
weeks?
20. The youngest ever in a NICU unit actually happened in San Diego, not far from here, and survived at 20 weeks.
Okay, so under Roe v. Wade, 93% of abortions happened in the first 13 weeks of pregnancy. That's 93% of the abortions happened well before a fetus is technically viable
For
as
sure.
a form
so
of life.
let's go into viability. So what is it about, let's say, a 6-week baby that has a heartbeat, its own DNA, fingerprint, brain waves, that is less moral worth than an 88-year-old right now with dementia in a home down the street? That person requires assistance, requires help. Why is it that
Interesting
the
take,
6-week
interesting
baby
take.
is of less moral worth?
Well, first of all, it's not a baby, it's a fetus.
Well, what does fetus mean?
A fetus is in utero.
What does fetus mean in Latin?
What the f? I'm sorry. The language
It
class?
means little human being.
Ugh,
Oh,
silence,
fun.
creepy. Okay.
Smiling
Yo,
is
damn,
creepy.
she actually was disgusted by him.
No, your smile specifically.
Got it,
But
thank you.
let's go back to.
so-
We're losing track here.
Who put up the flag though? Oh, this guy. Damn, the hair. Yeah, his hair are gonna be gone soon, man. Sorry to tell him.
But is what species is the fetus?
The fetus is not a species yet. It's technically classified as a parasite
no.
until it is
wow.
viable.
So
now I want to talk to you about something very quickly.
I can't let you get past that. Are you
I'm
saying
sorry.
is saying a baby?
Oh,
is a disease or a
sex.
A parasite is not a disease and a tumor. Those are not the same thing. A parasite
parasite-
is defined as something that cannot survive outside of its host. A baby, before it is viable, cannot survive outside of a woman's womb.
Got it. So let's
Therefore,
extrapolate that.
It is not a living organism.
Seven.
Are old people with Alzheimer's and dementia
She
that
cooking?
are being
Yeah, she
assisted every
holding
day,
her
are they
own.
parasites?
No, they're not parasites. They're human beings who are on the brink of death.
Got it. So
They're not going to be
my
able to survive.
4-month-old that requires mom's breast milk and requires daily changes and feedings cannot survive without its own. Is my 4-month-old a parasite?
Your baby
Ooh.
can breathe on its own. Your
Three
baby
more.
can drink water from its mouth to its stomach.
But it cannot.
baby can
it
eat
hunt?
food.
Can it gather? Can it reason?
But that's not what qualifies something as
Oh,
being
okay,
a
so
living
let's
organism.
then
Well, why
Being a
they
living
raising it
organism
higher? We
simply
get it,
means,
man. You put
can
the flag.
survive outside of a womb, outside of your host?
Got it. So I just want to make sure I'm clear. Why does that then equate to moral viability?
It equates to scientific viability.
Why? Under what standard?
Because it is not alive, and you
Oh,
are
it's-
advocating for the rights of something that is not technically a life.
Got it. So what is?
It's a good
while
argument.
sacrificing the needs of the human woman who is alive.
Got it. So, but a mom
Also,
can
one more.
survive
Yes.
without the baby in her,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes.
The baby cannot survive without the mom,
Yes.
but a mom cannot survive without her lungs. So it's not her body; it's in her body. It's not
Yeah,
her
I
DNA, so
know.
it's not her choice. So it's a
It actually is directly her
Oh.
DNA.
I'm surprised they
It's
kicked her out. I feel like she was doing her
100%
thing.
half her DNA.
Not gonna lie, he don't even gotta listen. You just gotta say God, and it says no. He do, yeah. 'Cause I mean, he's so like, what's it called? He's so confident in his like opinion that it doesn't really matter to him. I guess what they say. I think there's a specific time when they all want to speak. Fair.
He's gonna win. I'm telling you.
Yo, wait, he got there. That was fucking easy. Come on, put some more effort in.
This could take a while.
15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first of
true.
all,
Do we have our terms?
Yeah, yeah,
correct?
right
You
there.
agree?
Actually, no. So first of
Okay,
all,
got
I
it.
would like to refine our terms. I
Got
have
it.
2 points to bring up. after
Oh,
that,
okay.
though.
He's
So
going
you
back
define
to the
murder
start.
as like intentionally like killing a human being.
Mhm.
I think that's a very poor way to define murder because if someone were to like break into my home and point a gun at the heads of me and everybody I love, and I intentionally kill them to prevent them from from killing my family, I don't think I murdered them, right?
I mean, you did. You just did it in defense of yourself. It's still like you're still murdering them, right? And he's just using a different word.
So I would define murder as the unjustified termination of a human life.
You're making a good point. Let me further clarify.
Then what's
that.
the other thing?
So,
then?
self-defense is
Right.
very warranted,
Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
but I can see where you're going to go with how that has to go with abortion. But we can go down that
Yeah.
journey in a second.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I kind of do want to give
I
you
feel
my
like they're not
arguments
gonna
as far
agree
as
with this
why I'm
guy, though.
pro-choice, why I think it's justified. But
Mhm.
first, I think that, your position is quite absurd, right? Because you're
Ooh.
saying that it is murder to kill a human being, right, at any point in development, especially when it's in the mother's womb. My question to you would be, well, does this make women with IUDs murderers? Because it is the case that in some scenarios, an IUD will allow for conception to occur, meaning there's a unique human life there, but it will prevent its
Yeah, let 'em
implantation,
cook, let 'em cook.
intentionally killing it.
Well, no, preventing implantation is not necessarily the same thing as terminating a fertilized egg. For example, if you take Plan B, again, it's not the same thing. Preventing the production of
What is he saying?
progesterone is not the
I
same
don't know,
thing.
to be honest. I'd
as
say let him cook because
terminating
it sounded like
a
he was saying
full-
something
a
smart.
being that has
But
been
I really don't know what he
fertilized.
was
You do not
saying.
know for a fact that the egg has been fertilized. You do not know that when you have an IUD.
Okay, yeah.
Do
So
you?
preventing fertilization or implantation to the uterine lining is killing a conceived zygote. So what happens? A sperm goes into the egg, right? The egg
Bro,
becomes
he
fertilized.
giving
it's
us
a conceived
biology
zygote. In some
class,
cases,
bro.
it will prevent the implantation of the conceived zygote, killing the conceived zygote.
In some cases, correct.
So what do you say? In some cases,
Well,
women
no,
with
not-
IUDs are murderers.
Of course not. They're not murders. We do not know
Okay.
for a case. That's like saying that.
So
everyone
what's
that
the
takes-
difference between an IUD killing a conceived zygote
I'm
and like a mother
surprised
going
they're
to
letting
Planned
him cook.
Parenthood and killing the fetus in her womb?
Well, so you're asking two separate things. If they knew for certain, to be more clear, that I have a fertilized egg and I'm going to take a drug to prevent that fertilized egg from attaching to their uterine wall, then yes, that is an act of killing or murder, of course.
Okay, so
But-
do you
but
think
you
all
do-
murderers should go to jail?
do I think all
That'd
murderers
be-
should go
His house put up his flag as soon as you heard that question. Why are you looking at them like this too, bro? He ain't saying nothing here.
to jail? I mean, on third degree murder. However, no, I don't think women that got abortions or had IUDs should go to jail because I think that they have been deceived by mass culture and mass propaganda. Secondly, the people who should go to jail are the abortionists, who are the ones that have been putting the abortion pill, the ones that have been doing procedures, the ones that have
The
been
flags are going up.
into the third trimester.
Yo, damn, she concerned for him. Like he
His
his house
babies'
gonna go.
backs and inserting them with syringes while the babies are crying and suffocating, being born alive,
One more.
and then being dead on.
He started
the
looking around.
That is
Okay.
who should go to jail.
Damn.
That was actually the best point somebody made.
We'll have to talk
I
about
know.
it.
Yeah, so he gave him credit. Interesting.
Okay, whenever
Alright.
I'm talking about this discussion, I always go to the question of what about in the case of the mother when her life is in danger? Because I'm a
Airhead
big believer.
energy,
I
Loki.
don't know. I'm still iffy on if I think it's or if it's murder or not. But even so,
Where did this
I mean,
guy
I don't
come
wanna say
from?
murder
I
is
had not
justified.
seen him
Guys,
till
wait,
now.
let me just get this one point, and then you can vote me out. Give me 1 second.
Wait, damn, bro. They're not even letting her say nothing.
Say the mother gets pregnant, and she knows that if she gives birth,
This
she's gonna
guy's the
die.
most interesting to me.
She
Like
has
when
some
he
kind of
gonna
health
throw up the
complication.
flag. You feel me?
Then what do you do in that
Cesarean
case?
section.
I don't know what that means.
It's a C-section. They
Oh,
do
cesarean
they do an
section.
insert.
Guys, wait, hold on.
Damn, they heard that she ain't know what that was. Immediately 3 went up.
One
Right,
second.
they
One
go
second.
right. They go right below the belly button and they deliver the baby.
Damn,
and that just has to give
she's
birth. It's
outta
technically birth, but
here.
It's much safer. So that's actually safer than an abortion procedure.
Damn.
Sorry, Lily.
She ain't gonna say nothing.
Hello, how are you?
What? She had it. That was actually embarrassing.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
What's your name?
Deedon.
Nice to meet
you. I would say with abortion, I think it's very complicated, but I think the issue that I have primarily with your stance of being pro-life, that there's no nuance. There's women who are being forced to travel hundreds of miles to access abortion care, even in cases of rape in certain states that they're not giving any sort of allowance for that. And I
They
think
threw them up immediately too.
a lot of people who are pro-life, they say that they're pro-life, but I feel like they're really pro-birth.
Wait, a
because-
9? I thought it was a 3.
And with fire.
Wait, whoever the girl that just got kicked out is about to be hate raising her flag the entire time, guaranteed.
Firearms. The United States has some of the highest
Has to be
firearms
racism? No
deaths,
cap. Yeah.
out of OECD nations, right? And we can acknowledge that that's for children who are actually living and breathing. So I feel like abortion, while yeah, it is, I can definitely see your point. I just think that it should be allowed in some circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I'm happy to get into the gun violence stuff later, but I want to really stay focused on abortion.
Right.
You can
Yeah,
see,
no,
you can
deadass.
say
They
you
didn't even
see
let
my
his ass
point,
speak.
You see the world also where, since we know it's a human life, that it should be illegal. Since
If he
we
gets
don't
a
allow
flag from
murderers.
him asking a question, I'm
Well,
gonna be out of here.
that's where I have an issue because abortion is not being done willy-nilly. It's like the life of the mother is always.
How many abortions do you think we have every day in America? Just guess.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Guess.
I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, and ask him the same question. If he don't have an answer, he's forced to put down his flag.
Maybe I don't know, 1,000.
4,000 a day. So it is kind of willy-nilly. We have
His ass put that
1.6
shit up like he know the answer. Wait, 1.6? What?
4,000 a day. So
4,000.
it is kind of willy-nilly. We have 1.6
I don't know.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not sure.
guess.
What did?
I'm honestly not sure. Maybe I don't know, 1,000.
4,000 a day. So it
4,000.
is kind of
4,000 a day. Wait, that can't be true. That's crazy. 4,000 a day? That don't sound right, bro.
willy-nilly. We have 1.6. Sorry. Hello.
Is that why she just
I
let somebody just take the
wanna
chair?
clarify, the thing that you're aiming for is less abortion, right? That would be what you would want, or at least no.
No, for real.
Eventually,
She
it's
never gonna
also
get up there.
Protection of those that can't protect themselves. But yes, and that's why once after the reversal of Roe versus Wade, we saw abortions go down dramatically in Texas, Alabama, Mississippi. We saw thousands of babies that are now alive and well that are able to have amazing lives thanks to the reversal of Roe versus Wade.
I don't think a lot of that is true.
Well,
Wait, is that the guy from the last video? I think
Thanks
so,
to the
right?
reversal of Roe versus Wade.
He looked hella familiar. Is this the guy from the... Maybe not. He looked like the guy from the Trump versus Kamala video. Let me see. It's the guy that was missing a hand or like a couple of fingers.
The term third world.
Yeah, it is him. It is him. It is him. I knew it. I was like, he looked hella familiar.
I don't think a lot of that is true.
Well,
Jubilee legend right there.
It is, but
It's not true because when you make abortion illegal, it doesn't actually decrease the amount of abortions
that's a nice
that happen.
talking point. In Texas, the numbers show differently. The birth rate has gone up.
Yeah, legal goes down, but illegal abortions still happen. Abortions still happen outside of
So
whatever data
th-
you're
that's
showing.
not true, but let's just say so. So well, if you
40?
if you want to, well, first of all, if you count the abortion pill, you're right.
Wait, damn. Since when she was a beta and led up the chair twice, and now she's speaking from the outside. Is that allowed?
Right, but that's a separate thing than a chemical abortion and surgical abortion are different things. And I'm not debating. I'm not debating you. I'm debating her.
Wait, who said it? Was it her? Oh, never mind. It was her. It's her. I thought it was her.
So if you want to do the flags and come back in, try and be faster next time.
Damn!
So let me ask you this. So the question is, we should try to limit unjust suffering of human beings, right?
Sure.
Okay, that's my position, is that there's unjust suffering of anywhere between 1.4 to 1.6 million abortions a year of human beings that are being massacred in the womb. And so
Okay.
that's not a women's rights issue, that's not a men's rights issue, that's just a human rights issue.
Okay, the best way to decrease abortions happening is proper sex education. Limiting abortion and making abortion illegal does not actually decrease the amount of abortions that
So
happen.
what is your evidence of that?
What is my evidence
How
of
would
that?
that
We
work?
have increased sex education in the last 30 years. We have
No, sex education is so bad in America.
well,
That's what we found was like number.
we have more access to birth control for young kids. We have more kids that are learning to use birth control at a younger age. We have more of that in our public school system, and we've seen all the
That'd be
trends
funny.
actually
As soon as they start
going in a
getting
negative
cooked, just
direction.
flag,
So,
flag,
in
flag.
fact, we see that the more sex education
Seven.
there is, the more disturbing those trends are. So you say that. Let me ask just one more thing. You say that if we make abortion illegal, people will still do it. Should we then just make gang violence legal because
What?
No, I'm
people
saying
still
if you
do it?
actually wanted to decrease the amount of abortions that happen, you
I
would
agree
be
with her
advocating
reaction. What the fuck
like,
did you say?
to make abortion illegal, you'd be advocating for
does
all of these
that
other
logic
things.
apply to stealing, looting, kidnapping, arson, and murder?
Well, actually, it does
So they
because
re-
those are results of different
Yeah, real
societal
shit, put the
issues that you
flags
should
down.
be
Got it.
educating
So we
yourself
should
on,
make-
rather than making it
So we
illegal
should
on
make
the front.
should we make kidnapping, arson, burglary, murder legal because they're symptoms of something else?
We should be helping society heal from those.
I feel like he taking the extreme here. How the fuck he get to like what? How do you get to arson?
To answer the
Things.
question. We want less of those things. Should we just make them legal and we'll get less looting?
I guess that is his kind of thing, probably, considering
You know,
the statement.
actually, I'm gonna let someone else.
Thank
take
you
it.
very much.
Wait, she just gave up. She said, fuck the flag. She got out of there. Damn. He's just being a smart ass. I'd swing on him, me personally. Would you really swing on him, though? Hey, yeah, he definitely was being a smart ass.
Hi, Parker. Nice to meet you. Yes.
Parker!
TikTok guy here.
TikTok? Got like a TikTok celebrity? If he smiled at me like that, for sure.
So, like, pedophiles, people who were married to children in the
Really?
past and
Damn.
normalized in that society, should they go to prison?
Wait, so was he cooking?
Pedophiles.
Like, if you could go back in time, would you
Wait,
put
what
those?
the fuck did he start with? We got locked in now. He apparently he famous.
Hi, Parker. Nice to meet you. Yes.
Nice to meet you, Charlie.
Big TikTok guy here.
So, like, pedophiles, people who were married to children in the past and normalized in that society, should they go to prison?
Should pedophiles?
Like,
go
if
to
you could go
prison?
back in time, would you put those pedophiles in prison that married those children because it was normalized? They were deceived into thinking it's okay. Would you put them in prison?
You got to slow down.
Sorry.
Yo, everybody on the outside gotta be hella confused right now, because how did he get here?
Pedophiles should get the death penalty.
No, so you'd go back in the past, you'd give them the death penalty, even though they were deceived into thinking it was okay. But you said people who get abortions who are women shouldn't
Hold
go
on
to
a second,
prison.
but it's not currently
Let
illegal.
him land? Okay.
Okay, regardless.
pedophilia
At that
is
time,
current.
at that time, it wasn't.
No, I would not
He-
go back and retro.
It's good because he talked with like an equal amount of confidence. You feel me? The what's it called? The other girl earlier, I think it was similar, where she had that actually confidence. But she actually lost it towards the end, though.
Proactively enforce laws where things were currently not illegal.
You wouldn't put pedophiles in prison in the past.
Hold on a second. When was it illegal? When was it legal in America?
Well, child marriage was legal in America throughout the early 1900s and especially throughout most of society for thousands of years, especially in the Old Testament and in the Bible.
Well, hold
Right.
On. Well, hold on a second. So, where is the Levitical law that allows you to marry
But
a child?
Oh, yeah, so-
he's cooking.
So, well, I can't name the verse, but the particular conditions that are enlisted in the Bible are that you have to be physical maturity and emotional maturity, which is extremely vague and throughout society
Right.
has
so,
been seen
so
to be
there-
met
there-
at puberty.
there is not a verse, but let's kind of go.
Okay,
back.
so when is
let's
when
go
is the
back
age
to
of consent
abortion.
under your view?
Let's go back to Generally agreed upon, it's 18 years old. But let me ask you.
But you, because you don't go based upon what's generally agreed. You go based on the Bible.
Wait,
I say-
why'd he not answer?
18 years old. But let me ask you a question.
Where's that in the Bible?
When does life begin?
Conception.
Well, is that like a big thing for him? Is he like a very religious person or something? I don't know this guy, so I'm guessing
Right,
that's
so
the way he
should
talks.
we protect all life at conception?
I care about sentient life, not
Sentient.
cellular
So
life.
when do brainwaves start?
Do you think brain dead people should be able to pull the plug on, like a family should be able to pull the plug on it?
What the I feel like he just going to like different areas randomly. He started with pedophilia, now he went to some pedophilia, and now he went to fucking brain dead people.
Individual
Hold on,
in the
you
family
gotta
that's
answer.
brain
You
dead?
gotta answer the question. When do
Still haven't answered mine.
brainwaves start?
You can see brain waves around 6 to 8 weeks, which in
I
brain
agree
dead
with that.
individual, there are brain waves as well. So the
Got
brain
it.
waves necessary to produce a
What-
subjective experience
so
are
don't-
met until
can-
around.
can you
He
see
know
it
like
from
it seems
my
like he
perspective?
know what
See
he's
it from
talking
my
about though. He talking with
perspective,
confidence.
That at
So.
6 to 8 weeks, those brainwaves will actually increase, not decrease, if allowed the process of development to continue.
Did you know those same EEG
What's going on back here? Yo, pay attention. They having their own damn conversation. Pay attention.
Brainwaves will actually increase, not decrease, if allowed the process of development to continue.
Did you know those same EEG scans exist in brain dead people that you don't think are
no,
sentient?
but the difference with the brain dead people is that the likelihood of those brain waves actually increasing is very low at 6 to 8 weeks, when by 15 weeks they can hear the
It's
mom's
impossible.
voice.
It's irreversible sensation. That's what brain
Well,
death is. I
hold on,
apparently didn't know that.
but no,
it's not coma.
But you're doing a red
Two
herring. Go
flags,
back
though.
to
No, it's
6
not. What's a red herring?
a red
Ooh.
herring is where you avoid the topic and you say
Damn, he asked a question, bro. Chill.
something that is adjacent or symmetrical to what I'm saying, but not actually I'm saying.
You mean a
So
reductio ad absurdum? That's not a red herring.
A 6 to 8 week baby, if they're allowed to continue to develop,
Yo, they are
what ends up
loving
happening?
this.
At a certain point, it will become a sentient being in the
Got
future.
it.
The
So
same way
that-
that if I keep engaging in sex with my girlfriend, there'll be a baby in the future. Yet I don't care about the
unless
sperm.
you're infertile, which we don't know. But
Oh, I'm
so
not.
let's see the process of development, right? Why
Do you wanna answer my question yet?
Why do you have the ability or the
Should,
right?
should those child P3os go to prison?
The process of
He went back
Should
to
the
the first
pedophiles go to
question.
prison?
from 1904. How many pedophiles
From
are alive
behind.
from 1904?
They're not alive, right? I meant like if you can go back in the past,
Okay, that's just-
hypothetically speaking, and you could put them in prison.
Should-
Would you put them in
Well,
prison?
I would have killed them myself if I was alive. Back
Okay,
then.
so then you don't
Hell.
apply it based upon what people are deceived to believe.
But
You apply it
yes,
based
I
on
do.
what you consider to be
That-
moral.
it's a
So the
separate
women who had
issue.
abortions, you think they should go to prison.
No,
So why should
no,
women
I-
who get abortions go to
I've
prison,
never
but someone
said
like
that.
my mom who
This
told
is
me that
not-
Santa Claus
this
exists
is
shouldn't go to
not
prison
going to
because
be a
they're both sins?
constructive debate if you keep on talking over.
Wait, what? No. He was cooking that he brought in Santa Claus. Well, how do those correlate? Am I missing something here?
Considered to be moral.
It's a
So the
separate
women who had
issue.
abortions, you
Okay.
think they should go to prison.
No.
Okay.
Why should
No,
women
I-
who get abortions go to
I've
prison,
never- I've
but
never
someone
said
like
that.
my mom who
This
told
is
me that
not-
Oh, just deception in general? Okay, I see.
Santa Claus
This
exists
is
shouldn't go to
not
prison
going to
because
be
they're
a
both sins?
constructive debate if you keep on talking over me.
Well, I
right?
was finishing my statement.
So-
You were talking over me.
But
But go for it.
let me ask you a
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, let him cook! 8?
very simple question. Do you think it would be a
9?
good thing
Come
if
on,
we had
man.
less abortions in America?
It depends on the context. Like, are the abortions prior to sentience?
Yes.
Because I
all
think-
abortions.
No, it would not be necessarily
are you
better
against
unless it is
late-term
the case that the
abortion?
people didn't want the abortions and it would be negatively impactful to their health medically
Are
speaking.
you against
'Cause I think
late-term abortion?
After sentience, yes.
Okay, so you believe in an 8-week abortion ban?
Yeah. No, I don't. Sorry, I believe in an abortion ban after 18 through 26 weeks.
Okay, that's
Sorry,
a
my
more
bad.
reasonable position. I have to give you credit for that.
It's
Why-
similar to
Okay,
Trump's.
wait, hold
18
on.
weeks.
Yeah. So why do you
He
think
kind of
that
agreed
most
with
people
him
don't
now.
share your view on that?
Well, people just don't really know what sentience is. There's not a lot of conversation about abortion, and these conversations.
Shit, I'm not gonna lie. I've heard them say that shit like 10 times now. I still have no clue what he's talking about. Do you know what he's talking about? Sentient, something like that?
Are very difficult. Like they're conceptually hard to go through, and I understand why a lot of people don't understand
for sure.
their positions on it.
So
but I think people
you
have
are
the-
where most
You're cutting me off.
Americans
I thought we weren't cutting people.
Damn, Francis us!
Understand why a lot of people don't understand
for sure.
their positions on it.
So
but I think people
you
have.
are
the-
where most
You're cutting me off.
Americans
I thought we weren't cutting people off.
I was actually complimenting you.
Consciousness, maybe. Yeah, they kicked him out for pressing him. Yeah, that's wild.
How are you?
She finally got it, but no one else was competing. Let's see what she says, bro. He's up for 5 minutes now. You're dead. Took the entire time.
So I just have one question. There's like in any case, you don't think there's any case where abortion should be legal?
There's a very, very rare couple cases.
Okay, so you do
where-
think
hold
that
on
a
one
couple
second.
cases
Hold
it
on.
is legal?
If
Something
cesarean
about
section
her
is
off.
not going to save the mother's life, and the mother's life is
Maybe
actually
I'm
at risk,
tripping,
which is
though.
debated amongst growing numbers of OBGYNs,
Okay.
that is the only
I think she
case
just
where
got
abortion
very
should be
strong.
allowed.
She got strong
But
face.
people say that it is a growing consensus in the pro-life world that abortion
She just looked
is not a
mad.
medical
That's what.
necessity.
Okay. So
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped, and she was
Well,
going to
I-
give birth,
I
and
do
she
have
would
a
know.
Whoa. Okay, yeah. She does speak off pure. How the fuck did we get here?
You had a daughter, and she was 10, and she got raped, and she was
Well,
going to
I-
give birth,
I
and
do
she
have
would
a
know. Wait,
daughter.
and she was going to give.
Yo, this is like the last type of person I would expect to be giving up the chair every time. Am I tripping? She was like walking. She had like 2 opportunities. She walked away. Now she's going crazy.
Birth, and she was going to live. Would you want her to go through that and carry her
Well,
rapist baby?
That's awfully graphic. The answer
It's
to-
no, but it's a real life
Okay,
scenario
well,
that happens
calm
to
down.
many
The
people.
answer is yes. The baby would be delivered.
Oh, okay, great. So that's insane.
But let me tell you why. No, hold on. Let me ask you a question. There's 2 ultrasounds I have. One is a baby
Wanna flag
conceived.
up?
One is a baby conceived by a loving couple. Which one is which?
Your daughter was
which
probably
person here was
hopefully
which person
conceived
here?
by a
Which
somewhat
person here
loving
was
couple.
conceived by? Tell me which one was conceived by.
You don't know.
Exactly, because it's all human rights
But
and it's all
that
human
doesn't
beings.
matter.
So
It's about your daughter who has to give birth to it and is going to be tortured by that
Hold
for
on
the
a second.
rest of her
You-
life.
you are
That's
not-
going to take away every
Hold on a
freedom
second.
she's ever going to have.
Well, hold on.
That's going to
Every
ruin
freedom.
her life. She's
You
going
know
to
what?
grow up and she's going to
Abortion
be
is not a
attached to another
victimless
thing.
crime. The point is
This is
how
just
you were
shouting,
conceived is
man.
irrelevant to what human rights you get.
But-
Hold on one second. If a person conceived in walks on the side of the street, it's not like they don't get First Amendment rights or Second Amendment rights.
It's
or
not
Fourth
about
Amendment
that
rights.
person.
The worst thing to do to that the daughter is to then
That she
say,
is better,
"Hey,
yeah.
we're gonna go murder the being inside of you."
They wouldn't even know. Like, listen.
She speak with
wouldn't-
like a very strong attitude. So
No.
Listen.
But wouldn't it
No,
be
no.
a better story
No,
to say
it
something
wouldn't.
evil happened and we do something good in the face of
No.
evil instead of saying we're going to do evil and then murder the being because we're going to pander to the evil? No. What
There-
makes
has Nas ever come up to the chair, or has he just been sitting there putting up flags the whole time?
what makes the West great is that we do good after evil, not evil after evil.
It's not about the being in the cells.
No,
It's not about. No. I'm
I know,
speaking. I'm speaking.
we're
No,
both-
Damn! This is for the preview. I didn't even realize it was her.
the being in the cells.
No,
It's not about. No. I'm
I know,
speaking.
we're-
No, I'm speaking.
we're both-
No, I'm
we're both-
speaking.
Wait,
No,
wait. Yo, what? Look at the girl in the back, bro. She actually jumped. Watch her.
Do good after evil, not evil after evil.
It's not about
Sure, bro.
the being in the cells.
No,
It's not about. No. I'm
I know,
speaking.
we're-
No,
we're-
I'm speaking.
we're
No,
both-
I'm
we're both
speaking.
pumped
No,
for
I'm
cells.
speaking. No,
We're
I'm
both
speaking.
pumped
No,
for
I'm
cells,
speaking. No,
okay?
I'm speaking. No, I'm speaking.
wanna say it one more time?
No, I'm speaking.
She actually
So
got
it's not.
scared.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
No,
about
I
the
know you
person.
don't care about them.
No. I'm talking about
Yo, he cringing. He thought enough.
the person who is dealing with the pregnancy. I am not talking about the cells. I don't
the
care.
cells.
No, listen. The fetus, the whatever. I
They're
don't
looking
care
around
about
praying
that
for someone
right
else to put up a
now
flag
until
right
it
now.
is
Wow.
formed.
When
If there
does
is
it become
a 5-year-old child who is pregnant and the baby
Okay.
is 2 weeks in
Five-year-olds
utero,
can't get pregnant,
actually
okay?
they have given birth. There is
5-year-olds have given pregnant.
There
I
is
stand
one.
corrected.
There is
I-
one.
All right, wait. Let's see. DSC. Oh, that's crazy, man.
Unrecorded case of a
Okay, I
5-year-old
stand
girl who
corrected.
gave birth.
Is that common?
Yes, it's common. 5-year-olds get sometimes, and it's,
Okay,
if they get
if
pregnant,
5-year-olds
I
get
think they should be
pregnant, then-
able to have medical access to something that could save not only just their life, but like their livelihood.
How many? I'm curious. How
I
many?
hope your daughter lives a very happy life and gets away from you.
Okay, so
Yo, she got a You see how she got up though? Like that was extreme amount of sass.
how many? I'm curious. How
I
many?
hope your daughter lives a very happy life and gets away from you.
So that is really nasty, and so her belief system
She got a round of applause. That's crazy. You gotta feel crazy right now.
is really nasty, and so her belief system, just so we're clear, is that. Yeah, no, I got it. It's fine. I mean, it's insanely
Damn.
nasty, and we'll talk again. My next claim is that college is a scam.
Wait, I low key might agree with this one, so I kind of want to see what they both say here. He said college is a scam. That's his take. So, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see what both sides are. It's a good conversation.
Hello,
Charlie.
hello.
What's your name?
I'm Maddox. How are you
Nice to
doing?
meet you.
Maddox?
So, college is a scam.
Well, let's define our terms. College being traditional four-year college.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
University,
This
not
could be a good
community
argument.
college or technical college.
Of course.
A scam, if we can agree on a definition, is where a majority of people who will go through the institution or business, they're not getting their money's worth, their time's worth, and they're being deceived when they sign up. So do we agree on those terms?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Well, what would further definitions? What do you think is the purpose of
So
going to college?
the purpose of college should be a traditional liberal arts education, the pursuit of what is good, true, and beautiful.
Okay.
That's not what it is. It should be the betterment of yourself and your soul, nurturing your character and becoming a better citizen, understanding the deeper things in life. At the very least, though, it should be preparing one for the job market. Do you think college does those things?
I think it does, but I would add on to your point that I think not only is it for
College prepares somebody for the job market. I guess, like, if you take co-op stuff, maybe, but
the betterment of yourself, but it's for the betterment of society. We need historians. We need certain majors that may not make as much money. I think those are for the betterment of society. Would you agree that there's some majors that may not make money, but are still essential to society?
That's not bad.
Do you think
That's not
that
bad.
getting a degree in gender studies is good for society?
I would agree.
Yo, she offended. Hey, your ass take gender studies, bitch?
Yeah.
Not as a not as your main thing, but you took his class.
Why would studying gender not be good for society?
Well, learning that men can give birth is not exactly a good use of time, is it?
Is that what they're teaching in college
A
right
lot
now?
of colleges, yeah. According to the Center for Disease Control, they no longer say women can give birth; they say birthing persons.
Okay.
Yes,
Do
but
you think men can
yeah.
give birth?
That'd
Yeah, I think
be,
men
after
can
you
give
doing
birth.
that
I think
major,
that,
that'd be crazy.
Yes or no question?
I think that a person who is assigned
hold
male
on.
at birth, I don't think they can
Assigned
give birth.
male at birth, so people are not male at birth.
I think that a
See,
person
you're
Alright, one
evidence
of
that
these
college
college
is a
bus, one
scam,
of
my
these
friend.
college bus.
college is a scam.
You're lacking in a lot
Well,
of
here
wisdom.
we can
Keep
continue
locking
right
it
now.
up.
So, gender studies. Do you think that studying gender is not essential? Should we
I mean,
not deepen our
Well, first
understanding
of all, I
of
don't
gender?
think
I'm
gender.
confused.
We're gonna get there later. I don't think gender exists.
Flag on the play, cooked him, not gonna lie, he put him in a rough spot on dead ass. He can't get on this one.
I
Okay.
think that there are two sexes, infinite personalities, and no genders. However, let's get back to the core contention.
Well, here, can I ask my question
Scam.
again, real quick?
Well,
why do you
back,
think?
I'm going to get back to my core contention. A
Okay.
scam. So the majority of kids that go to college, if
Mm-hmm.
they end up getting a job at all, they end up getting a job that does not require a college degree.
Do you think that certain
Is that true? They end up getting jobs that don't require a college degree. I wonder, I'd want to see the stats on that. I wish they brought something up there. I'd be curious.
jobs that may not associate with a direct major can incorporate skills that you learn from a major? I think I'm an econ major, and depending
Sometimes,
on what
yeah.
job I
But
do,
sometimes, yeah, but he may sound like majority of the time kind of thing. Also, I don't agree with what he just said because, okay, you learned some skills, right? If you had taken the job when you had started college, you would have learned those skills in a way shorter amount of time and not lost in America 100K while doing it.
in the future, I can still use
Awesome.
the
So,
skills
so,
earned from
so
that.
tell me about Milton Friedman.
Tell me about Milton Friedman. He is an economist from
How about Thomas Sowell?
Thomas Sowell.
Shit, I don't know who these people are either.
Ludwig. Well, I will say that I'm
Damn,
first.
try him. Cooked his ass. Just start naming people, it's over.
I'd love to see you answer the gender studies question.
We will get there later. That's what psychedelics are for. Who's next?
Who will go next? This Asian girl has not gone one time yet. Oh, she's back. She's back. Where will this go? Let's see.
Well, I think it's difficult to think about just one major, thinking about just gender studies. Like, sure, like not everyone should be a gender studies major. We need doctors, we need lawyers, we
agree.
need everything.
A red card got ejected.
Why
Yeah.
does it matter if 10 people want to be a gender studies major and it matters to them? Like, not everyone can be a lawyer, not everyone can be a doctor. There needs to be some people, and you know what? Yeah, it sucks that some people do go to college and get a degree and then they end up not in a workforce for that. But I don't think that has to do with like college was a scam. It's more like
Sassy
maybe that just
queen
wasn't the
is
path for them,
back.
or that life choice was just too hard to get for them. But some people are able to go to college and get a degree and use it, and that is super important because imagine if no doctors went to college, they're just like, I think I can do
Well,
it.
of course,
Like,
doctors and lawyers need credentials.
Just gonna say, I don't think he means like specific. Like he's not saying everything is a scam, but he said majority's a scam. Which, if you can only mention doctors and lawyers, then I mean it's kind of a scam.
Right? But
So college.
Well, less than 5% of all people that go to college end up studying medicine or in legal. The vast majority
Only
go into
5%?
soft social sciences, communication
College can't be a scam when you join a frat. That's something money can't buy. Hashtag alcohol.
of humanities. So you're in college or have been, is
Big
that correct?
frat guy,
Are you
Pascal.
forced to take classes that you think are a waste of time?
yeah, I'm for,
Okay,
you
hold
know
on,
what?
hold on. So
Okay.
they're taking your money and they're forcing you that they're a waste of time. That's kind of scammy, right?
Oh, I think that some classes,
Ooh, some. So you have to probably go in debt, right?
Depends.
Okay. Are you
On
going?
what college you go
into?
to
Are you
and-
going into debt?
No.
Okay.
The
that's good.
sound
I
of
picked a
it.
school that actually offered me a scholarship.
Oh,
and
so
I
someone
picked a
else is
school
paying
that
for your
was good.
college.
Oh, I don't know. Depends on me. I mean, that was
What?
just
No, I'm
a
sorry,
school
that's
that
fi-
wanted
fine.
to give me an opportunity. But that's not what we're talking about.
Well,
we're
it is.
talking
No, we're
about
talking
is
about the scam element, right? So you
Right.
said that there are some classes that if students had to go into debt or had to pay for,
Right.
would not be a good use of their time. So it's not representing students well.
well, do you think like high
The-
school is a scam then? Because I had to pay
Some-
for high
well-
school, but I'm not going to use AP US history in my psychology degree ever.
well,
She had to pay for high school? Wait, how does that work? Is she talking about like textbooks kind of thing? Private, true. Okay, well then that's her, no? She was just talking about she picked a school specifically, or maybe she was forced to go to I don't know.
I think AP US history is actually a really good use of time, knowing about your country and your history. And
Well, but I'm not going to use
Jefferson,
that in
Madison.
my career. That's
Well,
what we're
you
talking
use it
about in the
your-
career
in your
path,
life.
What
the
up?
college.
Let's go
Two.
back to
career
what I
path.
said, right? We said traditional college, right?
Okay.
Four-year college, and what a scam is, or a majority of the
Right.
people that will go through the enterprise, the business, or the institution are not getting their time worth or their money worth. So therefore, I go back to my core contention,
Okay.
which
Yeah, it was Pascal, it was. Yeah. I had to look back too. I had to make sure it was him. It is him though.
is a
He hasn't said
majority
nothing
of
this
kids
one
that
yet.
exit college will not use their degree at all when they go to find a job.
But if you ask them, do you think college was a scam? I don't think majority of them are going to say yes. Some of them will. Some of them are
Well,
going to
not
be.
everyone who's being scammed actively knows they're being scammed. People
it's
still
not-
buy erectile dysfunction drugs off the internet and they get
Okay,
scammed.
that's their own
People
like,
still have-
personal choice,
People,
though.
Of course,
How
people
did he
have
get
choice to be
there?
scammed. I'm not saying they don't have a choice. I'm making an observation analysis of the institution. For example, Flying Spirit Airlines, kind of a scam.
Okay.
Should be shut down. There is some, yeah, kind of agree. There are some things in life we have to take a step back and like, oh, the consumer is not
But
being well served.
you want to
And
shut down a bunch of
I'm
majors
not
in
shutting- I've
colleges
never
that
said
you
that.
think are scams?
No, I never said that.
So what would your proposal
That
be
is-
to fix
Tally, that
the
is what he
scam
said.
of
That is what he
college?
said.
There is no proposal. I'm simply, the contention is college is a scam
So then what's the point of that statement?
to get you to agree.
But like, what would that do? Like, what do you want to fix
That's
in
not, that's,
college?
no,
That's going to help it not be a scam.
We can get to step interval 2 as long as you can agree that college is a scam.
No, because not for everyone. For me,
Well,
I'm
but a
using a
majority-
degree that's going to help me help people make better.
What are
help
you studying?
Psychology and criminal justice.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's being paid for by somebody else, which is fine. That's good. So psychology and criminal justice.
You can't make sure that point's there.
Do you absolutely need to get a degree to be able to get into
Yes.
this? You do?
Yeah, I mean, like, I could.
I feel like he's about to say that she doesn't. Or he's genuinely asking, but it's probably the first one.
I guess study it all on my own, but it's just like makes more sense to go and have all these experience. I'm getting like wonderful experiences, internships all through my college.
So the
that's
only
helping
people that
me
get
go through
internships
it. No,
go to
it's
college?
just that this is
I've seen this guy. I don't know who he is until now, but he bullying kids right now, so we're watching it.
a pathway that's really helping me.
So you know there's 11 million jobs open in the country right now that don't require a college degree.
This guy's the biggest hitter ever seen, but he talks so well he went viral. He is very well spoken. That's like the most dangerous people. The people that are well spoken, but they're just saying nonsense. Then the people that don't know what they're talking about are easily influenced. So
Do
Okay,
you
then
think-
the people
let
who
me ask you a
want those
question.
jobs can go get those jobs.
Do
I
you
am not
think
one of
we
those
push
people.
too many kids into college?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the national graduation rate is 59%. If I asked the room, everyone would agree that they know some
59%,
people that went
yeah.
to college that did not graduate,
Yeah.
right? So we're probably sending too many kids into this
Now
institution.
for Carter
But
was
if
fine,
you
yeah.
might have been able to do it, then like why is it not worth it to try and
Well,
to
because
push
you-
yourself to
they-
get a better
they might-
education and
well,
go further
leaving
in
with
your
debt's
life?
a bad thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the debt in America is ridiculous. No, people be like hundreds and thousands in debt. Like we chilled over here, but they be getting fucked.
But some people are able to work through that, and it's like
Of course
an
some people are.
opportunity
But
thing.
when
It's
an
like a-
institution is
She's fucking
multi-trillion
herself.
dollars
I'm surprised she hasn't been kicked out because she's fucking herself over by keep saying some people. That's his point though. If it only helps some people, it's a scam.
scale involves 23 million of our citizens every 4 years and is not actually bettering the country. For example, if college was so great, we would see incomes going up for Gen Z and millennials. We'd see more people able to own homes.
Okay.
I can't hear shit with these headphones
I'm
on,
telling
bro.
you, this is so ableist what you're doing, by the way.
Wait, what? I'm so what happened? Ableist.
I'm telling you, this
Running to the chair?
is so ableist what you're doing, by the way. I'm telling you, right? Hello, what's your name?
Alize.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so let me start by saying, well, first of all, you said we're sending too many
This is the
kids to
first time
college.
she's
Who's
going up.
sending them? Who's forcing them?
Guidance counselors, parents.
Someone's
Are they forcing
handicapped
them? Are
out
they signing them up
there.
themselves?
Forcing. I never said forcing, but you can have nudging.
Wait,
Okay.
Forcing, two different things. We also subsidize
They
college
signed up for this
through
though,
the
bro.
federal government, so you guys get subsidized
And
interest
hey,
rates,
it's woke. It's liberal. They said I think it said woke at the start of this video though.
scholarships, and loans. So the taxpayer is nudging students and gently and sometimes forcefully pushing them into college. And you would agree it is an expectation if you grow up in a upper middle class home to go to college. You would agree with that. So
I-
there's a societal cultural push.
I didn't grow up in an upper middle class, so.
Okay, well, but would you see it from there? Would you see how that argument is correct?
I guess there might be a pressure, but no one's sending them. You're sending yourself.
Well, of course.
We're
it's-
all over the age of 18, right? To
Right.
be in-
Yeah,
when you're
she's
in
out of
college,
there.
so you're
Let's-
sending yourself.
Right.
But that's besides the
But
point.
let's
That's
be
a different
honest.
point.
I mean, that's a silly argument.
Yeah, that's a pretty
But
dumb argument.
Yes, they're technically sending themselves. I was just at Arizona State University move-in. Everyone had their parents there. They were co-signing on loans. They were there
Yeah,
helping pay for
that's a
stuff.
dumbass
Parents, the ones
point,
that
bro.
are still checking,
So
and they're the
one
ones that
flag went
largely
up.
subsidize their lifestyle.
It's like, yeah, sure, technically you're going, but like the majority of kids is forced to go, like pressurized. You feel me? So like,
Hey, mom, can you Venmo me $3,000 so that I can go out on an extra night? Yes, of course. When you're 18 years old, you're the one signing on the dotted line. But there's enormous pressure and
Yeah.
nudging and cultural expectation that students go to college.
Right. Okay.
she should
I think
know.
the problem here is that it's up to the person. You can't just go to college and expect to come out with a degree. You have to put the work in. You have to put the work in. You have to make connections.
one's
and some people
disagreeing
might
with
think
that, though.
college is just
That's
4
right.
years of partying and drinking and making friends, whatever. But
True,
you
true.
have to actually put the work in. And if you put the work in, you make connections, and you can find a job right outside of college.
Well, no, not doubting that you can't find a job. It's just that 52% of them get a job that doesn't require them to get the degree.
This is a stat I was looking for actually. That's half. That's more than half, bro. That's crazy, no? They get the degree and they don't even end up like they get a job that they need the degree for. But I think what this doesn't account is, I guess, like technically it helps them get the job, even if it's not a requirement. You know what I mean? Unless I'm tripping.
But most jobs offer incentive pay if you have a degree. And
But then if that's the case, then
86% of
if-
people
if-
with
Oh, it's
a
this
degree
stat. Typically earn more. Damn. I didn't expect it to be that much of a difference, to be honest. Yeah, exactly, bitch.
That is true.
get paid more than people with
Well,
just a
hold
high
on.
school diploma.
That's only if you count the ones at the top 10% of income earners. So not if you count humanities, not if you count people that study in the social sciences. If you count
That's
medicine, you
solid,
count
yeah.
law, that's absolutely correct. However, the vast majority of kids that go to college are not studying medicine, law, engineering, business, finance. They're studying communications, social sciences, or humanities, which are on the lower income ladder. So as I mentioned, we have 11 million job openings in this country right now that do not require a college degree. I'm guessing in this room that within 4 to 5 years, you guys would kill to be able to earn $80 to $100,000 a year. Yes. Do you know that in states across the country and in cities, they're offering apprenticeships to become plumbers and welders, electricians? That doesn't require for your college
Right.
degree. Entrance salary, $80,000.
Yeah, she laughing at the
But again,
plumbers.
86% of people with a
11
bachelor's
billion
degree
are gonna
earn
be
more
famous.
No, I've already
than
told you.
people with a
I've
high school
already
diploma.
told you.
No, 86% of all people with a
I got
bachelor's
that, But
degree.
if you take out the top 10%, it's actually lower than those that don't go to college. So the reason that number, that average goes up is because the doctors and the engineers and the lawyers are the ones that bring that average so significantly up.
Okay, but they still did go to college. Like I actually low key agree with this point, but like he losing this argument.
But let me ask you a question. Do
Yeah,
you think that
stats
there's
hook 'em.
any waste at all in the current college model?
Do I think there's any waste? I don't think we need all of it.
Okay, at least you could agree with that.
Well, you have to start with your core classes. And it's like high school. You're taking the same classes in
So do you
in high
think,
school.
like, for example, do you think
Why did she get kicked out for that? She was literally right. What did she say that was wrong?
that... It's okay. Nice.
She made a good point though. Yeah, that's a good run. Well, wait. What the fuck? Did she just knock over the table?
I'm Emily. Nice to meet you.
I thought it was Parker, bro.
Earlier said
It's the
that
first time she's
about
up too.
5% of college students are going into fields of like medicine, law, and engineering. Was it?
Let me clarify.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
as far as they're going to be able to get postgraduate degrees. So they will go all the way up and get their Juris Master, or they will end up passing the bar. Or
That's an
becoming a
important
doctor.
thing to
Correct.
fucking
So it's easy to
specify.
say doctors, lawyers,
Yeah.
but healthcare professionals, if you count nurses or people that work in healthcare, that number is closer to 20-25%.
Okay, so 5%. Who here has a doctor? Can you like raise your hand if you have a doctor?
Like a medical.
Shit, I'm trying to see who didn't raise their hand.
Doctor, yeah.
He don't got a doctor. He don't got a doctor. He don't got a Damn, there's a lot of people without doctors in here.
Like a medical
I
doctor.
want ice
Yeah,
cream?
you do,
What the
okay.
fuck?
5% is still a lot of people, right?
Of course, but
Yeah.
that means 95% might not need to exist at the institution.
Y'all are
I don't
fat,
think
bro.
that's the takeaway. Just because 5%, which is still millions of Americans
Wait,
all
hold on a
across the
second.
board.
But if you were to say, hey, we only have medical schools, only have legal, we can get rid
Oh,
of
no,
gender
no, no.
studies, get
Yeah.
rid of. So what's the contention?
Well, gender studies is actually, if you look on like the pre-law track, gender studies is a pre-law track. If
Got
you're
it.
going to be a lawyer, you have to study gender studies and other social
That proves
cultural
my
studies.
point that college is a scam. Why would a lawyer need to study gender studies? Shouldn't a lawyer
it's
know
a-
the law?
It's a social science. The law, you think the law isn't inadvertently affected by social, cultural, and gender norms?
Of course it is, but shouldn't they first know the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the Federalist Papers?
We learned
you know,
that in high
Marbury-
school.
Okay, so what is Marbury versus Madison?
Oh. Also, in this top, you are down so bad, bro. I'm going to the gender studies. Fuck it.
In the Federalist Papers.
We
you
learned
know,
that in high
Marbury-
school.
Okay, so what is Marbury versus Madison?
Yeah.
I haven't.
She's talking about Americans, obviously, man. I wish we had an American here to actually ask them to do it, because we don't.
Papers.
We
you
learned
know,
that in high
Marbury-
school.
Okay, so what is Marbury versus Madison?
I haven't been in high school for a really long time. I'm
Well, I
not
thought
trying to
you
be a
said you
lawyer.
learned
What? Huh? She's a college student. What she mean she hasn't been in high school for a long time? Oh wait, no, that's what she means. But still, like, what? She should remember something.
Yeah.
So
I mean, high schools are like, it's public high
What was
school.
Brown versus the Board of Education?
That's for desegregating schools.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Okay, she
Project
remembers it.
2025 wants to like defund the
Right.
Department of
So who
Education.
wrote the
So
Consti-
like
who wrote the Constitution?
founding fathers, 1778. I don't know.
It wasn't 1778.
I don't know.
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know?
No.
Okay. Well, this is the point: is that you don't learn it in high school. You don't even learn it in undergraduate, and our law school's not learning it. So maybe.
Well, I'm not in law school.
No, the point is that you were saying they already learned it, and they don't. I don't want this to be a pop quiz or trivia. I didn't go to college, and I'm asking you very basic civic questions.
Yeah, he didn't
and
go to
you're
college.
Paying to go to college.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
That's so fair, but I think
Oh,
Thank you. Sorry.
I don't think she did that bad of a job. Parker! Oh my god, get fucking rocked! Sit your ass down! On the ground you go, buddy.
Yeah, I have a question. Is
Wait, what? Still lost the spot? Wait, that's crazy!
Yeah, I have a question. Is church a scam?
No, because church is honoring the divine and the internal and the good and the true.
This guy start with the fucking question that has nothing to do with the question every time, bro. He asked about pedophilia last time, and now it's about churches.
The beautiful is college.
But it deceives people because you give a promise of
hold on.
everlasting life.
Let him
but you
lie,
don't
bro, let him
actually
lie,
get
bro, let
because
him lie.
Christianity is contradictory,
Well,
logically speaking.
Do you want to get into a theological debate, or are we going to talk
Absolutely.
about college? Because
Both.
I completely disagree. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and we will have eternal life.
Okay, so how, if there is a perfect being that created the world, how could we exist in an imperfect world?
I'm
an
happy to
imperfect
have this
creation?
discussion. Can we go back to college?
His ass just asked a question completely different. That question could take so long to answer.
Though, because do you think because that's a little bit of a red herring and a little bit of
No,
a
they had
rabbit hole?
enough of him.
Tell me what that has to do with college being a scam.
Well, I do think college can be a scam for certain people. I don't think it's a
Okay,
scam
so
for
we
everyone.
agree.
though.
No.
For
He
people
actually
like
cooked
me,
last time,
college is
so
very
give him
beneficial
time.
for me.
For sure.
I'm
Who is it a scam?
asking
though?
you, based upon your definition of a scam, do you
Yeah.
consider the Christian church a scam?
Of course not. It's giving people eternal life and teaches them
Wait, but
goodness.
if Christianity is false, then that's a deception.
Okay, but you think it's false. I don't. We can agree to disagree. Also,
I'm not agreeing to disagree on that.
but we're not talking about the church. We're talking about college.
Yeah,
right?
why is he
So
talking about
again, also, people are not paying to go to church, are
But
they?
it's a reduction.
He's had enough, bro.
reductio ad absurdum. Do you know what that is?
Ask the question.
What's a reductio ad absurdum?
That's a Latin term that means
Hey,
you're
what is
reducing down to the lowest common belief, correct?
Yeah, so I'm taking
Am I right? I didn't go to college. I knew that.
I'm
But
taking your
l-
particular position.
Let
that
me
it,
let me ask you a question without you interrupting me. Do you
Was
pay
it
to go to
because he
church?
cooked last
I
time?
know I don't.
So they give
Some
him
people,
time.
they're forced to pay based upon
Hold
their
on.
particular denomination.
In today, do you pay to go to church?
Depending on the church.
No, you don't. Do you have to go to debt to go to church?
In some circumstances, people do because they have to give
What?
up 10% of
What-
their income to
hold
be able
on.
to do that, which people
Which
can't afford.
circumstance?
Well, they're LDS. You understand that a lot of LDS churches.
I don't know how churches
they
work,
require
but-
10%.
Yeah,
That's
they
Christian.
don't require it. And what you're
They
talking
do
about
in plenty of places.
Well, you're asking mainline Christian.
Isn't there stigmatization
beliefs.
if you don't do
Yes,
that?
Okay,
Pascal.
You're good at interrupting,
Yes.
not good at answering.
Well, you
So
haven't
just-
answered any of my questions yet.
I did say no. Church is not a scam.
Yeah, it is
Church is the bride
us.
of Christ. College is a scam, and college is people are going into debt. They're paying a lot of money. But I want to ask you a question. You said it's a scam for some people. Who's it a scam for?
Yeah, for people who specifically aren't ever going to use it, never use any of the knowledge
So
that they retain from
52%.
it. Well, you say 52%. I don't think you can qualify 52% of people don't do that.
What number would you say?
For example, my job, that's not going to be recommended
his job?
as like an economics degree. Most economics majors are going to
This
go
guy's a
into
troll? He looked
TikTok
like you a
debating
little.
online. But I use the information that I learned in college in my job on a daily basis. So I still use
what
relevant
percentage?
qualities that are then used in my job later
Right.
on.
What percentage of kids that go to college are being scammed? Can you
I don't
put a
think I don't think anyone knows that
number?
because
Yes?
it's dependent upon an individual. I just have a question.
Should we try to find out?
Well, if you'd like to find it,
Triple A hockey would be a scam.
scam.
Politics
I
exists in
just
children's
did. So
hockey leagues.
41%
True.
Wait, that's not a
41%.
source.
Well, the Department
Unfortunately,
of
they
Education
do
is a source.
though.
No, the Department of Education doesn't say 41% of people it was a scam for,
Hold
or that
on.
they didn't use any of the
You're-
information they learned in college.
You are using.
So are you saying
Nah,
none of them
that
use any of the
is-
information in
Can I
college?
say 3 words without you interrupting me?
Do any of them
Yeah.
How
use
about
the information
4?
later on?
Can I say 5 words?
Use any of the information they learned in college?
You are using.
So are you saying none of them use any of the information in
Can I
college?
say 3 words without you interrupting me?
Do any of them
How
use
about
the information
4?
later on?
Can I say 5 words without
Well,
interrupting
you've
me?
interrupted me multiple times.
So since you say college is a scam for some people,
Mhm.
it's a ballpark. For the kids that do not graduate, 41% that ended
That's a
up
lot
going
more
and
than
not
5
graduating,
words.
were they scammed?
No, just because you go and pay for a particular thing, but then you don't follow through with it, doesn't mean you were scammed.
Maybe they were
You
misled.
decided to pay for it. Oh, you could say some people are misled.
Do you
Some
think
people are
that every-
stigmatized into these things.
do you think
but
that
some,
every-
some people are
You got
misled in
parent
church.
aura?
Do
Like
you
they
You
actually
never
know.
answered my question on that because you're trying to
I did.
take that time down so that you don't have to answer the question
Well,
about
hold on.
Christianity because
So-
you know your worldview looks terrible.
Well, what about Christian?
That's crazy. How the kids not look at the timer once?
I did.
Take that time down so that you don't have to answer the question
Well,
about
hold on.
Christianity
Well,
because
so-
you know your worldview looks terrible.
Well, what about Christianity? Do you want me to answer? We're talking
Well, I
about
think it's
college.
false. Or because I was saying,
Okay.
is church a scam? If church is a scam, that'd be predicated off of the
Okay,
idea that you're
but-
deceived into believing that there's everlasting life,
Okay, but you
specifically from
believe
Christianity.
that again.
So Christianity has to be true. So can you grant that?
So wait, is he like? I might be tripping. Is he like anti-Christianity? Is that's what I'm getting from this? But I could be getting the wrong thing.
What's the argument?
Christianity is true. Did the
What's the
resurrection?
argument?
You're gonna let me finish 3 words in a row?
Appreciate it.
Okay. Did the resurrection happen?
I don't think the resurrection occurred.
Okay, I disagree.
I don't understand. I don't know
Okay,
what they're talking
so
about.
let me ask you a question. A perfect creator, is it possible for them to not desire something?
I deadass think they're just letting him cook at this point because it's funny. I'm not even joking. They just let him go because it's funny. This guy is so annoying. He's making me like the conservative. That's crazy.
Imperfect.
A perfect is a perfect creator. I'm sorry. What? Well, we
There's a
believe,
perfect creator that desires everything that's just perfect. How can they desire something imperfect, flawed?
well, because maybe they want to get to know themselves. Maybe they want to see their own creation. Maybe they love
They
their
want to get to know them?
Can I
He's
finish?
all-knowing.
Can I finish? Can I finish talking here? Okay. Maybe because God loved the world so much that his creation, which rebelled against him, given agency and free will, rebelled against them, then got eternal life, what we actually deserve, and then sent his son on a rescue mission to save us from that. The church is the bride of Christ, will
Professional
save us
troll, yeah.
from damnation that we deserve.
But you can tell he believes every word he said.
Is far from the bride of America. It's currently scamming the youth of this country and sending them into oblivion.
Didn't answer the question.
I did.
No, you didn't say how they could desire something imperfect.
How well God can
We'll
do
talk about
anything.
that later. Don't
God
worry.
can do anything. So
Oh, even something logically contradictory?
it's not logically contradictory.
To desire something imperfect?
Can an unstoppable
His ass can't
can an
stop talking,
unstoppable
bro.
object can an unstoppable object hit a immovable force?
Hey, before we go any further, we want to take a moment to say thanks so much to Straight Arrow News.
Wait, I think we. Oh, this conversation about to be crazy. All right, let's see. Trans woman or not woman is the topic. Let's see.
Okay.
New person, by the way.
Sam.
Nice to meet you. Let's define our terms.
Okay.
A woman is an adult female with XX chromosomes. You tell me what is a woman.
I think a woman is somebody who identifies as a woman.
Got it. So that's not a definition. That's like saying a table is something that identifies as a table. Give me an objective definition of
No,
how.
it's not. A table is an object.
Well, tell
This
A
shit
table
go
can't
horribly.
identify as anything. It
Well,
doesn't
no,
have
but
choice.
You have to give me an objective definition of what a woman
If
is.
I decided right now that I wanted to identify as a woman, I would be a woman.
Okay, but that's not.
What? Hold up.
Right now that I wanted to identify as a woman, I would be a woman.
Okay, but that's not. That doesn't answer the question.
I know, but
you
right
said-
now I'm a man, right? So if
But
that
you have
happened
to
right
tell
now,
me
I'd be a
what
woman.
that thing
So
is.
once a person
Yeah, get the flags up.
makes the decision to identify as a woman,
Got it. No,
they're a woman.
that's a separate issue. What is a woman? what-
That's the definition.
No,
I'm not sure. This is about to be the most used. Yeah, this shit not going to go anywhere. This is one of those combos where the opinions are so far apart from each other that it's literally just they're just going to argue.
But you have to tell me what.
A person who identifies themselves as a woman.
But you have how do you know?
Did he really just say that if he, at this very moment, identified as a woman, he just flipped the switch? That's crazy, you know? And the crazy part to me is only 4 flags went up.
That they are
Or
that
5.
thing.
How do I don't need to know what they
No, no,
I
no,
can
no.
ask them
6.
if I
That's
want
that
to
thing you
know.
But there needs to be. You need
24 music.
to tell me what that thing is, though.
Somebody who
You-
Okay,
you need-
okay,
you
sorry,
need to
we're
give
not
me-
getting anywhere. We're
you
not
need to-
getting
Well,
anywhere.
no,
We're
no,
not
it's
getting
important because it's like saying a giraffe is a thing that looks like a giraffe, or a coyote is a thing that looks like a coyote. It's called circular reasoning. You have to give me a actual definition.
I don't have to. I did give you a definition.
No. You said that a woman
That
is
was
something
not a
that thinks they're a
definition,
woman.
bruh.
That doesn't give me a definition. That's simply
What would you consider a definition then?
an adult female with XX
No.
chromosomes.
I mean, like, what makes that a definition?
One more. Out of here. Alright, let's see what the next person's argument is. He's so right, you can't tell me a zebra isn't just a horse. It's okay. Oh man, we almost had Parker.
Hello,
Hi.
Juliana.
Juliana,
I remember.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think that you can define a woman just by her chromosomes. Women are so much more than that. They come in a variety of shapes, sizes, colors. And I don't necessarily think that you can count out somebody who's trans just because they don't have a certain set of chromosomes. There are also people who are born, I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. Intersex?
yes,
So XXY
yes.
or YYX.
Or just, or like
sure.
X0 with nothing.
So natural mutations upon the binary, essentially, right?
Yes. So,
but they don't have both sex organs that both operate, right?
yeah, but that also I don't think necessarily works, right? Because if it's X,
One
just
is more
X,
dominant
and
than
there's
the
a
other. So you're
Okay,
either
that's-
more male or more female, right? So you might have both a penis and a vagina, but there's never been a case of someone who can impregnate themselves.
okay. I also don't necessarily think that works for this situation, but I also want to say that one of my best friends is trans, and I would say that she's more of a woman than I am. I think that women define themselves by multiple things, not just
He
their
was
sex
actually,
organ.
he looked dumbfounded by that statement if you look at his face. I'm not gonna lie.
If somebody asked me that women define themselves by multiple things, not just their sex organs, if somebody asked me who I was as a woman, I would not say I have a vagina.
Totally fair.
I
So
would.
No, I think you said something smart. So you said that person is more of a woman than you are. Therefore, you're grading off a definition of something
deadass.
accomplishes womanhood. What is that?
I think it's, well, that's the thing too, and I do think that gets a little complicated, right? Because there are social
better get
norms
out of
for
here.
gender, but I do think we try to break that, right?
No, for
It's
sure.
just-
But you said that specific friend is more of a woman than you are. Why?
I think
I actually want to see how she answers this. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see.
she's a better person than me. I think
I'll let you continue
She
speaking.
lives
Women are better
life.
people.
she's a better woman than I am. I'm not saying women
No,
are
no,
better
but-
people.
but
That's exactly what she just said. But she didn't get cut off, so maybe she's got more to say.
what makes a woman? Because you said she's more of a woman than you are. So I want to know what that definition is.
Yo,
Right,
Trey,
okay.
put on the flags. I'm trying to hear this.
It's all good.
She had nothing. She didn't have an answer.
Thank you.
She looked like she about to get the check. What? Parker!
All right, Parker. What is a woman?
A woman is an adult human person that has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex.
Got it.
Yo, can he stop rap-godding when he's talking? Let's slow it down.
That has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex. Now,
Got it.
define a man.
Associate.
Define a man.
You're looking at one.
This guy said bow? Is that that what he did?
Y chromosomes in a
Okay, but
adult male.
does God the Father have XY chromosomes
Okay, back to
prior to
the-
incarnation?
we literally have a religion.
How did he get back to this, bro? The new convo. They love Parker. Yeah, I mean, he'd be hilarious to listen to
He's
this.
a father and he's him, but he's not a man.
We have a religious.
Wait, so
topic
a
later.
man is someone with XY chromosomes, but he doesn't
Okay.
have XY chromosomes, yet
Again,
he's still a man.
well,
and he still
so
uses
it-
preferred
it's
pronouns.
actually very interesting. In the original Hebrew, Adonai. Do you know what Adonai is? It's the Hebrew word for God.
God,
It's
yeah.
actually genderless, but in the scriptures they use he.
He's a TikToker?
Right? And they
Shit,
use
what is this
the
Tik?
masculine.
What is this TikTok's about? He can't be hitting the renegade, so what the fuck is he doing? He just arguing with the camera?
Jesus Christ came to earth as a man, not as a woman, not as genderqueer. But let's go back
He
to
debates with
But God
people?
the Father's a man, right?
Like a comment pops up and he's just arguing with it kind of thing?
Because all fathers are men.
Well, first of all, there's a Trinity. So God the Father is neither man nor woman. He is omniscient, omnipotent. He is all being on top.
So
of
why
it.
do you use he?
Well,
Oh,
I
what
did
the-
the scriptures do.
That could be
You use
entertaining.
woman. You could say her. You could use him. But the
Actually,
way that the
that's
language
fire.
is structured, again, it is so God the Father is so above gender. It is so above any of our understanding.
Then why use
with
him?
glory and understanding? Again, because you have to make a choice, either
What
him or her in the original scriptures. Let's go back to. I'm happy
Some
to get into
fathers
that,
aren't men and boys.
but- So I'm.
So
not-
some fathers
I'm
are not men and boys, not men or boys.
I'm sorry. What,
Some
what do you-
fathers are not male.
No, of course they are. I'm not.
Let's see this. Parker get a job, is his name? 900K? The fuck?
Who are you voting for this year?
Well, obviously Donald J. Trump.
And why is that?
Taxes were low. Now the country's a mess. In the last 4 years, my business every year has declined underneath Biden.
Did you know we're still under Trump tax policy?
Well, Trump, no, actually that's not true because the taxes were raised.
That's due to Trump tax policy.
I don't believe so.
People
Wait,
are
so
so
God the Father's a
smart,
male?
bro.
Come on, God the Father. So where do we get God the Father from? What Greek
Well,
word?
from your scripture.
Well, from Abba, right, which is a very close personal term.
You're not answering my
right?
questions, and you're bringing up random language that doesn't
No,
matter.
Well, it actually does.
No, it
okay?
doesn't.
But
Damn.
let me get down to the root of it
Because he's not a man. You know he's not a man under your worldview, yet
Hold
you
on.
still use his
Well,
preferred pronouns. You
Christ
still
i-
call him a
Hey,
man.
Christ
yo,
is a
this
man.
is
You don't
legislative
trans people because you're
precedent.
transphobic. That's why.
Okay, got it. But Christ is a man. I'm happy to get into the sexuality and
Before
gender
incarnation, he's
of
not.
the Trinity. Okay.
Before incarnation,
Okay.
there's no penis, there's no XY chromosomes, there's no
Well,
small
hold on a
gametes.
second. Let's think about it. If that's correct, how is it then Jacob saw the face of God?
Okay, so if there's
Hold on. If there was not before the incarnation, how
Blaze.
did Jacob see the face of God? How did Jacob wrestle with God?
characters can have faces without biology.
How did Jacob wrestle with God?
So okay, do you think that he has a body?
Well,
Or was that a figurative notion of wrestle?
That's a mystery of the scriptures. I'm not here. Well, it is. I'm not here to debate theology. Can we go back to what
So,
we're
but
talking
does
about?
he
here,
actually
though?
have biology? You keep trying to pivot because you know this debunks you.
Well,
what,
it doesn't-
what
it
biology does your
doesn't-
God have?
Well, the one of Christ our Lord.
No, I meant
right?
before incarnation.
Well, to be honest, I don't quite know, and I
You
don't
don't
think
know?
the scriptures
So
are.
you don't know what a
little-
man is?
Well,
You can't define what a man is?
It's a little.
Yo, like, where is this going, though? Like, is that there? This has no direction of the actual question. We're not even getting an answer. They're literally just talking.
Opaque. Again, you're looking at a man.
But your video,
God-
the largest video on TikTok is what is a woman? 20 million views. But you don't know what a
Yes.
man
He did his fucking research,
is in
apparently.
your own worldview.
I said you're looking at a man, right?
Wait,
No,
but God the
literally.
Father doesn't meet that criteria.
Am I looking
Yes,
at a man?
you are.
Okay, good.
He just
A
going
man
at
that's defeating
religion.
you in a debate right now.
Okay, that's fine. So let me ask you a question though. So, do you think that anybody
Pivot.
can become a woman?
I think that anyone who meets my criteria is a woman.
What's
What's his criteria?
your criteria again?
Again, adult human person that has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex.
Bro, why? Like, he couldn't have simplified that shit, though? Like, come on, bro. He said the exact same thing at the start. You're right. He is a robot.
Society ever be wrong?
Sure, but like it's a desire to be in accordance with
Got
a
it.
set of social and
Can I
cultural norms.
can I
It's not
become black if I
society's
wear
right.
blackface?
No, because it's not a desire that you have to be in
I
accordance with a
don't.
particular set of
What
social
if
and
somebody
cultural
wants
norms.
to be black?
Because race is defined phenotypically based upon the expression to other people.
But you're by some standard you're judging that.
Do you think there's a phenotypical expression of someone who's white and someone who's black? Like I see you're white because of your phenotypical expression.
Right. So, but do you
What does phenotypical mean? Is that just another way of saying the way you look?
think? But Rachel Dolezal that said she is black and culturally black, is she black?
Does she have phenotypically characteristics we would associate
Define
with people who are black?
phenotypical. I'm not
Yeah,
sure. what that
thank
would-
you.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
going to be the expression.
So
of a
melanin
particular
content, one
characteristics.
skin.
Yes.
Okay.
He could have just said skin color, bro. Why are you saying you just come on?
So she could pass as a black person.
Wait, so she doesn't have the melanin content?
She's borderline.
No?
Heavily.
Okay, so then she's not black.
Okay, so you're able to say who is black and not black?
That's how we define it in society. No shit.
Okay, got it. So,
Why was he so offended by that?
but is there an objective definition of who is black?
Wait, language is all subjective. Linguistics professionals indicate it's subjective.
Language is all subjective.
Yes, absolutely.
What?
Oh,
Every
really?
word you just used was created by other human beings that are engaging in conversation.
No, now
you
we're
might think it's created by God, but even then it's still
That's
subjective.
it. Parker
now
is
we're getting
not
somewhere.
lame.
That's
So
subject.
now we're getting somewhere. Is the word and the value behind murder objective or subjective?
Well, I think morality is subjective, but you think it's subjective
is.
too
So,
because it comes
hold on.
from God.
That's interesting.
Wait,
So-
does it come from God or independent of God?
Well, no, of course it comes from God. It's
If
transcendent.
that's true,
it's
that's
transcendent
subjective.
human beings.
That's
No, it's not.
subjective. Yes, it is.
No.
If it comes from God, it's specifically subjective. If it comes independent of God, then it's objective.
No,
what
it's
you just told me
God-
is
God is
also
objective
compatible
morality.
with moral anti-realism.
So let's go back to the Ten Commandments.
You don't understand
right?
metaethics.
Well, I hold on a second.
What
Let's
does
just-
subjective
let's-
morality mean? What does it mean?
Subjective morality
Define
means
it.
that it comes in everybody's own opinion, their own form,
True
not
dependent upon a
objective.
stance.
Lost.
Again, God is a stance, and that's the
Hold
truth
on a
of
second.
morality.
So if let's
What, peep? How is this satisfying? Well, for him, I think he just enjoy arguing.
let's believe. Do you believe in the? If everybody believed in the concept of God, the transcendent God, that there was a Ten Commandments and we should live by them, right? Is that objective morality?
No. Just because people agree doesn't make it
okay,
objective.
then what?
Again, independent of a
then
stance.
What is
agreeance is not independent of a stance.
What is objective morality then?
He's not here. Thanks
Sorry,
the Lord,
We'll be back at it
bruh.
next time.
Wait.
Mason.
Cholo, it's him. It's him. Let's see what he's got to cook here.
How are you? Nice to meet you. Okay.
So I think it's a little scummy that you're plagiarizing the whole Matt Walsh thing. Like your
Dude,
thing is
I
the
pay him
worship of Israel and everything like that.
I pay him
like-
royalties.
Okay, for sure. Well, do you want to talk about sex first, or do you want to talk about gender?
I don't think.
Wait, so he literally just takes somebody else's opinion? Is that his what?
Gender exists. I think it's a term that John Money and Judith Butler created over the last 40 years that basically is a filler for personality.
Okay, well, if we're talking about sex, which it seems like you're saying is the exact same thing, would you say sex is binary by definition?
For sure, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you're
And
already incorrect. Like sex is not binary; it's bimodal. So if we look at a distribution graph, we're going to see people in two camps majority of the time.
Bimodal?
But there are going to be
Right, but
externalities on both ends of the spectrum and in the middle.
For example, like
so we already talked about
right.
intersex. Correct.
However, with intersex though, they are mutations of a binary, correct?
No, we're talking about.
Hold on, but which
we're
one
talking
is-
about an entire spectrum. Like
I'm so lost, bro. I thought I could be more lost than the last one. He just came up with a word I never thought I'd hear before.
Which sex
you're
organ
by
is
definition
dominant, though?
defeating your expression of what a binary is by saying that there are externalities.
But let me ask you a question. That like XXY.
Charlie,
for example,
you're
what-
trying to create this
what-
own box and then use any examples that are
Gamer
outside that
language.
box
You brought
to
up
justify that box
you,
again.
You brought up intersex.
We're talking about reality.
You brought up intersex.
Okay.
What sex organs? Which one is more dominant
What do you mean?
in an XXY situation?
Can you explain your point of view?
Yeah, I
on
mean,
that?
obviously you have more female characteristics and male characteristics in an XXY, or it might be YYX.
Oh, I thought he was saying that to him. I was like, what the fuck?
One of the two. The point is that you do not have both.
We could see people with female reproductive organs that have XY, and we can see the vice versa, people
So-
with male reproductive organs that have XX.
So I think you said something about gender, though. I think that's more interesting to get into.
Okay,
Do you
cool.
understand how the
So
conversation?
we're moving off of sex because you're ceding that argument.
No, I'm not ceding it.
Okay.
You want to keep going into it?
We can if you'd
Oh,
like.
okay.
Yo, his ass is not
besides male and
on this
female
kind of timing in the other
categories,
video.
We have
He's
people
very
that are
calm.
intersex. We have people that are on the other ends of the bimodal distribution
Like-
graph. Are you aware what bimodal means versus binary?
Pokemon
somewhat of an
XY.
Okay, well,
So
you
I'm-
can be
I'm-
presented with a graph after this by the people that you brought with you, but it's actually
Yeah.
a bimodal
Oh.
distribution.
Just like constantly going to condescending type talk is not going to be fruitful.
I'm just
here,
trying to match
but,
your
like-
energy with the people that you treated that were trying to have a
Got
conversation.
it. So trans
It's
women
okay.
are not women. Do you
Okay.
agree with that?
I would say that trans women are women because people that exist under the category of women, people that exist under the category of men, are still
Got it.
humans.
So that category, how is that defined?
Well, I wouldn't limit it to
question.
things like genitals or things like chromosomes, which it seems like you want to do. What type of genitals would you say I have since
I
you're
don't
so
know.
obsessed with genitals?
I'm not obsessed with genitals, but I could do a blood sampling right now and I could see exactly what you are because every single one of your trillions of cells
People care too much about absolute nonsense. It's very true. But we're watching it, so
are
who
either
really,
coded with
who's really
XX or
losing?
XY. No matter how much surgery or whatever, I think that you are a man, but you could fool me. You could take hormones. You could play camouflage. Like I could fool you to be Hispanic if I had the right Hollywood makeup director. That doesn't mean that you are the thing, though.
But you're going from an objective biological perspective, which we've already talked about with sex. I'm talking about a social construct or a social
Right, no, no.
utility.
Yeah, so
like if we were at a restaurant, right?
I
I'm sitting down
think
at
you're a man.
and
trying to have a discussion with people who don't listen to anything the other person. Yeah, literally.
I'm sitting down at the table and you're telling the waiter, hey, I want to go sit with blank. What would you use?
With you?
He doesn't know my name. Yeah.
Well,
So I'm
with-
sitting
with
over there.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
That guy. You're going to typically use he or him, or you're going to say that guy, like you just said.
Correct.
Because you're ascribing the male gender to me based on my
Yes, and
performative
I
characteristics.
say I could be an error. Maybe you are a
what?
biological woman.
And then you'd
that
correct
takes-
yourself, right?
That take maybe not.
So that's what we. But that is
that's
exactly what we're trying to say.
Hold on,
is-
so the question is that do you think that womanhood can then be assumed just through costume design?
It's not costume design.
What is it then?
It's performative social
Oh,
characteristics.
performative. So you could
yes,
you could act
that's
it.
what gender is.
Okay,
great
got
job.
it. So you
Yes.
could it's like a theater troupe.
It's not a theater troupe. These are social. These are social
womanhood
categories.
can be appropriated.
No, they're categories. That's
So
what it is.
Then he did
there's
just say they're
nothing
cosplay.
inherent about the chromosomes. There's nothing that.
Correct. Yes.
Wow, we disagree. So there's nothing inherent about having a period or being able to give birth or the specific hormonal
In
makeup.
different cultures, we've ascribed that to womanhood. If you go back to other cultures spanning thousands of
Yeah,
years,
for sure.
you'll see a difference when
No,
it
I
comes
know.
to those
Like
types
for
of
example, the
categories.
Mayans had plenty of people that were schizophrenic, right? So that means nothing to me, right?
Okay,
So-
we have people that say they're hearing things from God. Would you say that's schizophrenic?
Well, not necessarily. It built Western civilization and
Okay,
common
cool.
law and due process and
All right.
individual rights.
I just
and
wanted to hear that your
defense of the unborn and the greatest civilization ever. You know, that voice from God.
I don't even get why they get so heated and condescending now that they're talking brick wall. I don't know what they say. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're so passionate about their point, I guess, that they feel like they can convince some kind of thing. I'm assuming. Like this person seems very passionate about what they're saying. Yeah, exactly. Bitch.
God happened to build the greatest nation ever to exist in the history of the world. That's
Okay,
fine.
I think the Mayans would say the same thing. That's the problem with presuppositional
Yeah,
arguments.
let's go down.
Is that you could say
Can
anything.
we go visit?
I mean,
the-
God's telling me
can we
right
go
now
visit
that
the
you're a
Mayan nation?
fish. Do you think that's real?
Can we go visit the Mayan nation? They didn't
What the fuck did he just say? He said God's telling him that he's a fish?
last that long, did they?
Yeah, overkilling and violence, and you can justify that if you like.
You mean
if
all
like
the
keep
child
going into it.
sacrifice
And
they
this is
did
the
on the top
condescending
of
tone that
temples?
why I'm trying to match it is because
You mean
I'm
all the
just
child
matching it.
sacrifice the Aztecs, Mayans, and Incans did on the top of temples? Great
Do
civilization.
you want to go back into the
But-
Old Testament? Let's bring Parker up in here
But-
and talk about
hold
all
on,
the
wait,
child
hold on, no, no, no.
child marriage,
Wait, hold
and we
on,
can talk
wait,
about the
wait.
justification of rape.
Wait, hold on. He's trolling. They're looking for a gotcha moment. That's it. True. Wait, they're all just clip farming. That's also true.
But where was child
Parker got
sacrifice
his
ever in the
clips.
Bible?
When Isaac was
Oh,
almost fucking
Hold on.
sacrificed
Well, hold
by
on.
his dad.
He wasn't though, because
There's too much shit about the Bible here. I know nothing.
beginning of
Yeah,
Genesis.
so God just
hold
said
on.
like,
I
nah,
don't
just kidding,
got
dog.
a
I don't
clue,
actually know
bro.
my son.
Because at the beginning of Genesis 16 said, "I'm going to test
To prove
Abraham."
obedience,
Ah,
yes,
yeah, that's
correct,
right. So now
yes.
you know it. So actually, no, there was no child sacrifice in the Bible. It was a prohibition on child sacrifice in the Bible. But anyway,
Gotcha.
that's a little bit of a rabbit hole. Do you understand at least? Can you sympathize with our perspective?
Okay.
That
I'll calm it down a little bit. I apologize for the
no,
condescension.
it's fine. I mean,
but
you're doing. It's
Wait, he falling back? Come on! I read the action Bible. I still know what's going. Oh well, shit.
But did you see where this could get wildly out
What's
of
the difference
control?
between the Bible and the
I don't see how
action
it get
Bible?
out
What
of
that mean?
control, because
What's the
Even in
difference?
sports, for example, you think that there's
Okay.
no.
So this is something that we might be
Oh,
able to
sports
agree upon,
convo.
right? Sports were
I
not
was curious, I'm
archaeologically
curious.
dug up, right? The rules of sports, they are things that we've created as a society. We have decided as a society the most fair categorization is male sports and female sports. Now, as we've been able to understand, or at least bring into the forefront, people who don't identify with the
It's in
binary,
comic mode, I
we
see.
still have to allow all people that are women in the women's category and all men that are men in the women's category. That includes cis and trans.
Watch as Jubilee
If
fat
you'd like
bro
to
shit
change
people.
that
We definitely
category,
gonna be watching a
it's
lot more
unfair.
Jubilee, bro.
We
The
can
videos
do
are
that.
good.
That's what's awesome about arbitrary rules is we can
So-
decide hormones.
I might not know this, but like when the Greeks started the Olympics 2,000 years ago, did they have like a bunch of dudes wrestling with women?
I don't even think they allowed women to compete.
Well,
I might be wrong on that, but
that kind of proves the point, though, that there was a
yeah. And what did we do to allow women? We changed the rules.
right. No, but that by definition, therefore, there is something from body composition, bone mass, lung density, testosterone, and estrogen rates.
Yeah.
Or endocrinology is
So
different.
if you'd say the majority of males in the bimodal distribution graph, we're going back to that, you can say, hey, we want this level of hormones in this particular category, and we can separate it by hormones. I agree with you that a majority of men or majority of
Well, not
cis
even
men
the majority. You got to be like 99.9%.
I don't
Like,
know. Ronda Rousey could kick my ass. I will say that.
No, for sure. But I
Okay.
mean, but could she kick Conor McGregor's ass?
Well, now we're talking about the peaks, right?
no, but
The
she's at the-
peaks-
she's-
Okay, well, yeah, no, he pulled an extreme though. Like, come on, you picked an actual fighter. Come
But
on.
the peak, though.
cisgender.
No, because you're talking about the peaks of two different categories in the same sort of.
Right, because why? She's a cis woman.
Well, she's a cis woman and
Correct.
he's
A cis man.
But yes, and
Correct.
he could kick her tail, right?
Yes, I would agree.
Oh, okay, for sure, right?
Because cis men and cis women have different hormone levels.
No,
if
we-
you
we-
want to change the hormones, we can change the
you-
categorization.
but
you're saying that you want men and women bar none. And you say that's the most like
They had enough, I think.
Well,
fair category. Then we have to
it's
allow
not- it's
all
not
women
even a
and
matter-
all men.
Well, but again, those things don't. So I
Oh,
just want to be
10?
clear. So
I don't know, bruh. I'm assuming the way they're saying it, it means like biological. Because they said Conor McGregor, and I'm assuming it just means like, he's just a biological man. Yeah.
because I think I'm tracking your argument, is that in the University of Pennsylvania swim team, when Thomas swam against biological women, that was you're perfectly fine with
GG.
I think as long as we have the
Thank you,
categories that
Mason.
way.
Thanks.
The thing is, Tor, I don't even know if you can say that though. That's why I said just biological. If you say, then you're saying they're not normal. You feel me?
It's good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit like you got like you got like navigate, bro.
No, you're fine. You're fine. What's your name?
Hi, my name is
Yes.
Preeti. Nice to meet
Brittany,
you.
nice to meet
Like
you.
a minefield.
Preeti.
Preeti, nice to meet you.
P-R-E-E-T.
I'm sorry.
You're
I just cancel myself. You're done for,
okay,
bro.
so I kind of want to go back to a little earlier. You said that Parker has lower T than you. So would
Yeah,
you
it's called
say?
a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
I
no,
think
no,
I'm
no.
right,
I'm fully aware it's a joke. But I guess like
Back, welcome
on
back.
that point,
Yeah.
do
You
you
didn't
think
miss
that
anything.
like T has to do or testosterone has to do with your manhood?
No.
Like your,
Well, yes and no. I mean, if you are looking at typical testosterone estrogen rates of women, they are far different than those of men. But
Right,
for
but, like-
example, like your testosterone rate goes down when you have children. For
Okay, but
example, when
for-
you're a man, that doesn't make you
That
less
ass
of a man.
though, that ass
They go
though.
down by about 400 points.
okay, but like when we were talking earlier about
I'll read the
sports,
comments
right?
after this. I'm curious
and
what
we're
they
saying
said.
that the reason why it's unfair.
I was
for,
a lot of Parker
for
glaze,
example,
but
a
maybe
trans
it's people
woman
actually
who's
giving their
a
point
man
or like
to
opinions.
be
so
like
we'll see.
competing in women's sports. You cited that they have higher testosterone levels.
One
correct?
of about 50 characteristics. Also, lung density. Men's hearts are bigger.
Okay.
We have greater bone
But
bone
those-
density, muscle mass.
Okay,
Tend
but
to
those
be faster. Tend to be
yeah,
stronger.
I understand. But like those factors all come from the hormones during the development process, correct?
No, not necessarily. No.
I mean, most of them do.
Well, not all of them. So, for example, you could try to pump a young girl's body with testosterone at 8 years old, and you can get them stronger. You cannot necessarily get them on par with a biological male at puberty. You cannot. You could try,
Okay, but like
because there's something in the coding of our genetics.
right, the coding of our genetics, which is often like controlled by like different like I guess parts of our DNA and also the hormones that are produced that affect the effective
But
coding
we're
of
mo-
how
we're more than
you're
endocrinology, but it's a
produced.
big part. Because, for example, if you just give a kid
What is endocrinology?
testosterone, that doesn't even get them close to becoming a male, or estrogen giving them a female.
Okay.
They might get characteristics that are close to that,
Right. Okay.
but it doesn't. For
But
example,
I mean,
but let me-
like, there's no perfect image of
But-
like this is what a female looks like. This is what a male looks
No,
like.
but
Like we
for
all get our
example-
periods at different ages. Some of us like, and also like for example, like there are many circumstances where womanhood is just not one thing, right? It's a multitude of experiences
for
that
sure.
every single
Can
person.
you define what
Not a
womanhood
single
is?
one
That's
up.
an interesting question for you.
Well, no, I can't define what womanhood is, and the reason why
I think it's 'cause the
because something
time's
that's
low,
an
maybe.
individual experience for every single person, right? Like my experiences, what I have experienced throughout my life, is not going to be the same as another woman who may have
we
like
just- we-
grown up in a different
We have
environment.
disagreement, but not clarity. I say that being
Yeah.
a woman or womanhood is an objective thing.
Right, but
It
we
is
are
objective outside of one's own
Okay.
opinions or experiences.
So, but are we at the point where we're discussing where this is like not something based on your chromosomes, but something maybe based on a construct?
Well, no, it also can be objectively witnessed in empirical ways, in biological ways, in scientific ways.
Okay, so to clarify, we're still discussing whether womanhood is on
That
chromosomes.
guy with the middle part
If-
and
if
the
you'd
white
like to
shirt hasn't
discuss
moved an
that, it's
inch.
deeper than
Like-
just
Where you at?
chromosomes, but
Right,
yes.
right. I'm just trying
I
to
mean, for
like
example-
define exactly.
For
where
example,
But yeah, see, he hasn't even gone to the chair. Shit, he just here to spectate. You you got 30 minutes, bro.
if we look at SPECT scans or brain scans, of
Better get one
men and
answer
women,
in.
98% of the time, artificial intelligence can tell you which one is.
That, let's see. An NYU study found that AI can detect the difference between a male and female brain 92 to 98% of the time. Damn. That's a brain structure. I mean, I feel like that's known.
Men and which one is the male, the female.
Can't shade is sitting
our-
picture
our
anything
different
in
parts
that,
of our
dead ass.
brains fire. So
Okay,
for
so-
men,
I'm gonna keep an
for
eye
men,
on
for
it, though.
example, our amygdalas are not as high working as women. You know what amygdala is? The threat
He brought out a big word and they put up the flags. What?
assessment part of
So
your brain.
obviously, like your birth, so there's a difference between the concept of what sex is, which is a biological aspect, and what gender is,
No, for
which is
sure.
a social construct.
I
right?
reject gender completely as a different word. It's really
Okay, so
personality.
that's where the debate is.
Yes.
Is the existence of gender.
Gender means personality.
Okay.
I don't doubt that biological men might
How
have
would you
feminine
how would you
type
define
characteristics.
race on that point?
How would I define
How would you define race?
Well, race is a very difficult topic.
Okay, because I think that it's a really important thing to discuss when it comes
here's
to
the thing,
terms of
if
this.
I draw
because
if I draw blood, if
is
there
it ethnic lines?
if
Is
you
it
if you have a blood sample of a black individual and a white individual, I can't tell you which one is which. If I have a blood sample of a man and a woman, I can tell you which one is
I
which.
just joined. Welcome to and 25 liberal college students outsmart one conservative. So we're watching one guy bully 25 kids pretty much.
By running very simple elementary blood tests. So, for example, if there was a Hispanic
What
or
the
a
hell
white,
is that
there
batch?
is no difference
September
in
2024?
the
Why
genetic
is it?
coding. There just isn't.
why
We
is
don't
it
see- we-
important that
Ignore the guy? I mean, yeah. Wait, where are you from?
someone's oh my, okay.
My next claim is that
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely might have to skip this because I don't even know what this means. Russia? Okay, that makes sense.
Kamala Harris
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie, that entire last part is pretty nonsense.
is a DEI candidate.
Respectfully. I mean, it's impossible. It's an argument, but there's no like even coming close. It's so far on each side. Wait, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I want to hear what he's gonna say for like 2
A lot of
minutes,
competition, Mason.
maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And if it's nonsense, I'll go to the next one.
Can I define what a DEI candidate is?
I think that you're going to say because she's black and she's a woman, she was appointed.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go to the next one. Parker got up here though. You are a DEI person. What the fuck does that mean? Damn, they had some good people go up too, but I just don't care about the topic, bro. Middle part, dude? Wait, you're right, middle part dude did go up. In Russia, then the politicians are trying to ban LGBT.
Claim
Not
I'm
surprised.
making is that affirmative action is constitutional.
Oh wait, the students. Okay, the students got a claim. Affirmative action is constitutional. What does this mean?
Tell me about your claim.
I wanted to talk about affirmative action because we haven't really gotten to it, and it's recently been revoked based on the new Supreme Court ruling. And
We might as well search it up because balls isn't gonna help me, bro. Affirmative action refers to the set of policies and practices that go. What the fuck? Oh, seeking to benefit marginalized groups. So wait, is constant that shit still don't help me. In my school, some teachers sometimes mention it in like Europe. They're doing some bullshit with genders and they're teaching new generation. That I'm not gonna lie, the fact they teach that in school is so crazy, bro. By the way, her shirt is Chopper. I think she added tape. What? Chopper? Chopper? Chopper theme? Maybe. Oh wait, the colors. Yeah, you're right. The colors are Chopper, but that's look a fucking mermaid in the middle.
I firmly believe that affirmative action is constitutional and is a right that certain Americans.
Oh. Okay, I thought you meant like Chopper was underneath and she had to cover it. That's what I thought you were saying. I know that's what it's on. That's what's on his hat. That's why I was confused.
Deserve, and I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, the 14th Amendment allows for equal protection regardless of race, and it's a colorblind
Does Chopper
amendment.
emo
The
have
whole
a
idea
hat
of
on
affirmative
it?
action
I don't
is to
think
try
so.
to give people extra.
It does, but you can't see the
boosts
X.
based on their skin color or their racial background, which by definition cuts underneath the idea of equal protection.
Okay. So do you know why the 14th Amendment was founded and the equal protection and
Okay, let's be honest. Are we interested in this one? The other ones were like interesting topics. I feel like the last two is like, you feel me? No? Okay, okay. I'm not sure. We'll see what they say at the end, I guess. Let's see. We'll see what they
Why
say.
Black America, and you haven't, is 13% of the population.
I don't even know. I don't know what they're talking about, so we'll move on.
I was a very smart group, very opinionated. There were a couple other people. I kind of felt bad for them. They had a lot of strong opinions, but they just weren't ready for prime time. Overall, very good group, very impressive.
They weren't ready for
Republicans
prime
tend
time.
to just focus on like preventing you from arguing your point, not actually countering the points that you come up with.
This person had a terrible point, though.
Often will switch the topic, like do a lot of gish galloping and like kind of filibustering to get people to not be able to make the points that they want to make. And I definitely feel like
She's not
that's
wrong.
me.
Look, Charlie's a talented guy. There's a reason why he spoke at the RNC. He's media trained. He's had conversations like this before, and he's built a career on dunking on college students. But for a bunch of
Is that true? This seems by like college students, and that's how he made it to the top.
Liberal
Not the
students
top, but
who
like top
don't
of what
have
you're
that
talking
same
about.
type of media training and who aren't as prepared to be in confrontational formats like this, I thought they did a really good job of articulating their views.
Yeah, Mason was the smartest kid for sure.
What? Not Parker? Oh, he's about to say something.
Parker needs to calm down. Very smart, but kept on changing the topic. But he's got talent. Very annoying though. Smart but annoying.
Parker definitely gave Charlie a run for his money.
Yeah, Parker ate that down.
One girl was very nasty. She was a very nasty person. She overly
Ooh.
personalized it.
honestly
Yeah, he's talking about her. Yep.
don't regret any of the things I said. The only thing I would have taken back is I said at the end, as I walked away, I said, I hope your daughter can get away from you.
That was crazy.
That one was a dig, and that was my bad. But honestly, in the case of her being a 10-year-old pregnant and he won't let her get medical help, that's just wild to me. I can't believe that.
I think the group did very great.
Hey,
It's a very hard environment for
Parker!
people to learn in these types of areas, but I think it's best that people get involved in debate and entertainment as it helps people grow and critically think in our society.
I thought it was very valuable. I hope people learned something. The students were able to refine their arguments, and hopefully this gets seen by millions of people where they're able to see what side they land on. But yeah, it's not easy just to stand there, be 20 on 1, but only at Jubilee Media.